Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I, man, here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, and Rovi. And today we're going to be talking about a project we talked about in the past, 2021. They raised $57 million.
Yeah,
Rally.
we did talk about them, and we were very bullish, I think, in that recording.
Yeah, if I remember, I was bullish, but I wasn't.
Okay,
I wasn't so.
You were less bullish than me for sure.
Yeah,
I saw some.
I tried to
Embrace.
maintain enthusiasm.
You did. Because you never understood the whole social token thing in the first place. You know, with whale.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of these things they didn't seem like viable propositions. Like, hey, yeah, you know, hey, here I am. I'm this guy. I'm wealthy as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy all these assets and store them, lock them in some sort of vault.
Yeah.
Therefore, there's like this tremendous proposed value to this collection that I own, and I'm gonna mint all these tokens and allow you guys to buy them off of me, and therefore somehow you are some way associated to the wealth of this basket that I own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It did seem like a little bit of like a finicky, weird proposition because it definitely veers in the realm of securities implications.
For sure.
And then, of course, just like
just the viability. It's like, can you think of a collection that somebody owns that you'd want just like a sliver of? Like,
but the question is like, want what? Like, just want, because obviously it's not like you could redeem. You can't cash in your tokens and then like, all right, I own 1% of the token supply, therefore like 1% of the NFT bucket belongs to me. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah,
right?
No.
Those NFTs belong to, in that case, Will. I think B20 did something similar.
Yeah.
Like he bought all the Beeple artwork.
Yeah, that's right.
And created this like brand called B20,
yeah.
Right? And then issued a bunch of tokens, and same thing. It's like, you guys who own these tokens, you're coming along the ride with me as like my journey to richness, basically, right?
Yeah.
And it was working for a minute. People were buying in.
Yeah, so I got to pull up the token here, but
yeah,
it went all the way to $28, and right now it's at 3 cents.
You're talking about B20 now?
B20,
yeah. Let's take a look at. So I guess now, fast forward a couple of years, or maybe like a year and a half or so from these moments of euphoria, you know, reality is striking, dude. And let's take a look what happened to B20.
So, yeah, so let's max.
Oof. Ouchies.
Oh, no.
That's a rough one, dude. That's that looks pretty rough, dude. So yeah, if you're still lingering around in the V20 space, I mean, good luck, dude. But this is kind of like it's painting the picture. Now let's even zoom out more. Let's take an overall look.
Ethereum. Okay, so let's see.
Oh, they're not even bucketed into the social money space. So you would have to look at Whale. Let's take a look at Whale. That's another good.
Whale, yeah.
So Whale was like I think the inceptor or like one of the original social token proposers, right? So
yeah.
It's been rebranded as social money. Let's take a look.
It's similar.
Yeah.
Market cap still 8 million. I mean, that's not.
It's not nothing.
Not nothing.
Yeah.
Market cap total. So it went up to 250 million.
So this is an example of an individual influencer / I don't know.
Yeah.
Just somebody with some sort of power who decided to tokenize their presence and, again, get the show started on this whole social money concept. And then Rally comes along. It's like, hey, we have a whole platform for this stuff.
Yeah, we're going to platformatize social tokens.
Yeah, now anybody could be Whale or B20.
Yeah.
Right? And we saw that as like, dude, good idea.
Yeah.
And then we saw who their investors were. A16Z, Coinbase.
Yeah.
Like, damn, dude, this must be really big, right? So, I mean, all the stars were aligning to like, this is going to be something potentially huge. Right?
Yeah.
Dude,
but we still haven't figured out like a viable proposition for tokens, social tokens.
No, I know. But right now we're just honing in on like just the idea and like the potential of it. Because even like Masari and like big research institutions in the Web3 space for calling social tokens like the next big thing.
Yeah.
I remember.
I think there is a way. I just haven't seen it or thought of
what do you mean?
Viable model. Like,
what do you mean by viable?
Viable is like useful, something where it's sustainable, something where people, there's like, a trade of value for having a social token. Like what value would having an Elon social token from Elon be? Like he's just gonna give you discounts, like,
or just I don't know, just exclusivity, right? It's like what you're part of his cult. You know, it's a direct tie between an influencer and its community.
I think then that token will still dump.
Well, potentially, but it depends on, I guess, the value that creator puts out, right? The feeling of FOMO. Now more people want to join and be a part of that ecosystem.
You brought up a good example that outlines my view on things. Like if Disney came up with a social token, it would be against their business model because they make stuff and then they sell stuff. They don't want to sell memberships that you only sell once and then that's it. Like you got to continuously provide value to these members. Like that doesn't make any sense.
But why couldn't they just add that as like another layer to their already existing business models? It's
because
like
then when you come out with a new movie or a new product and you don't airdrop or you don't give it to the community, they'll be like, what the hell?
It's kind of like it's like almost like how the video game industry has created like DLC stuff. It's like why release like a partial product and then make us pay
$10 per download.
Yeah, to download things that should have been included in the original release in the first place, right? Well, it's because it helps them monetize even more down the road, right? So,
but
I can see Disney actually. They're probably hearing this now. It's like, dude, you know what? Let's do this.
No,
because there's more money there.
I disagree. I think they're hearing this and be like, we're definitely not doing this. Membership for one transaction doesn't make any sense.
Well, Disney is not a good example because they're god tier. They don't need to do anything. They don't need to innovate when it comes to like how they sell their product, and they're going to do fine.
Yeah,
right?
But I feel like that example applies to everybody.
But it doesn't. This is for like bootstrappers, like a YouTuber, a Twitch streamer, or something like that. Somebody who's got
better be coming out with something that is sustainable, some sort of product or something.
Well, they can. That's the point. That now they have tools to kind of like build that cohesive alignment with their own community. That was a proposition, and I bought into it. I thought, dude, this makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, because in the NFT space, I think maybe NFTs had a big deal of why the social tokens never really took off. Because I think the social token thing was popping before NFTs started to pop.
Yeah.
And like a lot of NFT projects kind of like intuitively provide this type of, again, cohesive alignment within the community, within the founders and the people who are members of that community. So basically, like look at Artifact, for example. CloneX drop. They onboarded 4,000 or 5,000 community members, people who hold these NFTs, own them. And then they drop CloneX space pods, and then they drop these cubes and eggs and fucking who the hell knows what else they're gonna keep dropping.
Until when? Until what end? To what end?
What do you mean to what end? Like how do they sustain?
Yeah, to what end?
Until they're then, I don't know, dude. I'm not them.
I haven't seen an example where this makes sense.
I mean, it's to keep their community happy, right, and excited, and they become lifelong participants. I'm sure at some point down the road they're gonna find a new monetization angle. You know, it's like, hey, I've seen what Artifact has done with their community in the past. Obviously, they're continually outputting more value to us community members. So I want to be a part of that. So they're going to attract a whole new bucket of investors.
Until they don't, because I don't feel like this model is sustainable.
Well, you could be right. I don't know. But that's the thing. So with Rally now, the reason why we're making this video is because with all those positivities I was trying to inject into this.
/negativities.
Yeah. /negativities. You might be right. Because apparently Rally could not sustain. Right?
Yeah.
Why? What happened? What went wrong? What do you think?
Well, I feel like the timing is by no coincidence happening now. So not only because all the tokens are dumping and all that, but I feel like there's a chance that this is a contagion effect from FTX.
It feels most likely because $57 million raised
18
like a year
months
and a half
ago.
Yeah, roughly a year and a half ago.
Like that
seems like enough runway.
Yeah, to last you more than 18 months.
Yeah, I would think so. So I don't think it's some sort of like, financial mismanagement here. There's something internal.
Yeah.
Either some internal conundrum they haven't really like disclosed, or contagion and like they just got wiped potentially from FTX because that's happening across the whole industry.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and they haven't really disclosed it. There was a tweet. Man. I got to find that tweet. Damn it.
Damn it. But nonetheless, so series of events. I think this was announced 2 days ago, roughly. That rally was shutting down. We weren't sure at the beginning if this was like fake news or not. Yeah. But then Decrypt put out an article like acknowledging it. So I was like, okay, this must be actually happening.
Yeah.
Because like the way that rally kind of went about shutting down everything was, I felt almost like this is like the nicest rug of all time. That's how it feels to me. Because they gave none of their like customers or users like an exit route. It's just kind of like, you're all fucked.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So see ya. Like that's kind of how it came across, you know?
It says, we're announcing with regret that the rally sidechain will begin to sunset after today. This means
sunset. What a pretty way to say like shutting y'all down.
You got wrecked. The site will no longer be supported and you may experience a degradation in services, or it may simply be inoperable.
Simply.
Additionally,
I love this wording, dude. This is great.
Yeah. Since NFTs on the Rally sidechain are not transferable to mainnet, these will not be accessible once the site shuts down.
So what kind of sidechain was this? They just made their own sidechain?
I guess. It's just
other words, like
chain.
Their server?
Yeah, their server, yeah.
Oh, no, dude. So they were minting like not even NFTs in the first place.
It doesn't seem like it.
Oh, fuck. Wow, dude. See, this is a problem, I think. Okay, so what is this?
As most of you are aware, 2022 was a challenging year, not only for the platform, but also for the entire crypto industry. Team has worked hard relentlessly to try to find a path forward. However, the challenges and macro headwinds are too overwhelming to overcome.
Dude, that
$57 million. Bro,
that inflation really hit them hard, dude.
Yeah, right. Dude, this
is keep going, dude. This is great.
Although this is not the outcome we all hope for and work towards, we have not given up on our mission and belief in the future of empowering creators and communities with Web3 experiences. Indeed, the Rally sidechain was the beginning of your Web3 journey.
Damn.
Not the destination. It is with spirit that we're exploring whether we can build leaner Web3 experiences and our products on mainnet. However, there are a number of factors that need to happen to make this a reality. We want to thank Rally community for all the support, patience, dedication, and belief in the Rally sidechain to the future of Web3.
Jesus. Yeah, man. I don't know about that.
And so we go back to CoinGecko here, and we look at the market cap of social money coins. Total market cap.
91 million, which is pretty much all propped up by Rally itself.
Yeah, market cap is 60 million for Rally, which hasn't really dumped.
Which I don't think this is like the actual... I don't think that token...
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's not...
Click on it.
That's not...
See, there's a discrepancy between...
It is Rally.
But go to Rally Network. I think that's their website.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's not them.
Yeah. So there's a discrepancy even in like...
Yeah, you're right.
Freaking... Their presence.
Yeah,
of tokens.
Their branding and some...
Doesn't match up with their actual website, and it's a mess.
Yeah.
I have no idea how these guys secured this amount of funding.
Yeah, from these S-tier players.
Yeah.
Coinbase, A16Z.
Yeah. So I don't know. Obviously there's some missing details here, but I guess the takeaway is just, man, it's another example of, I mean, this project had a lot of fundamental value to it from face value, right?
Yeah, so
typically when you're looking at a project, you definitely want to see who's backing them. So they had, like you're saying, an S-tier cluster of investors, of a huge amount. So 57 million feels like a secure project to invest in. They're not going to run into any financial issues in the near term, right?
Yeah, and we don't have any confirmation from Rally themselves.
Yeah, they've been ghosted for months.
They haven't said anything since August 2022. So this is pre-FTX.
It's true.
So you brought up a good point. Like, maybe this has nothing to do with FTX.
Yeah, there might have been some internal conundrum. They just kind of been hiding from the world.
Yeah.
Since August, I guess.
Yeah, it's very unusual to raise $57 million and you don't have someone in marketing just tweeting stuff.
It's very unusual to not have the budget for like some sort of marketing outreach and something, right? And Rally, probably the whole purpose of it is it's a social platform and ecosystem. Like there should be so much to be talking about.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah, you got a community of creators.
Yeah.
And you're not tweeting? That doesn't make any sense.
Yes. So... big oof big oof for Rally. Big oof for the whole social token space. You know, I mean, I still think there's some viability pathways to, I don't know, attempt to kind of, I guess, utilize Web3 components to strengthen community organization, right? But I guess Rally is not going to be it, unfortunately.
Yeah. I feel like there's a chance that social tokens have some viability. I just don't, it's not obvious to me.
That's okay. That's okay.
Things need to be obvious, man.
No, do they?
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't, because, like, you know.
Like, AI is obviously useful.
Yeah, I mean.
Right? Yeah. Metaverse, it probably isn't obvious, but it will be soon.
Yeah. I mean, we say this, and then we just did an interview with Personal AI, which you guys watching this, it's not on our channel yet, but it will be at some point. But basically, we got deeper with them about their whole tokenomics model. Like, why are they bringing AI to Web3? Yeah. It's like, well, there's an opportunity to kind of, like, you know, leverage communities in order to spin up these AI generative products, right? So, and then these things can therefore provide value and service to the world.
Yeah.
And the tokens are the perfect, like, I guess, incentive model and reward mechanism for that kind of contribution, right? So it's like, interesting. Sounds a lot kind of like Rally, right? Like, you know, where we could leverage tokens to bring people together. But I guess the difference that you're saying is in Rally, you're not really producing anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there's no human production with
a product, I guess, that could be leveraged.
With AI is different. Yeah. AI models need to be trained by humans. Yeah. So if you get the training from your community, you should offer some consideration to your community members for training an AI, which is going to bring you tons more value than what you would otherwise pay for, you know, in tokens.
Yeah, and then those people who earn those tokens for that specific AI that was generated, they have now like a permanent tie to the growth of that. Yeah. Whatever ecosystem emerges from the, you know, the value that AI produces, like in the form of the token, right? And they deserve it. They earned it because they were part of the
training
and the basically the production process, right? So without that it's not like they just bought a token and then somebody else developed that AI and they're just rewarded for that. Like, that's not what's happening there. So in Rally's case, it's like, support a creator's token, and if they have to do all the work basically, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's actually what's happening here. Maybe they actually got like regulatory clearance or certain, like, you know, like, hey, this is clearly like a securities platform, right? Yeah. Potentially.
Maybe.
Because it feels like, what's the definition? Howie's definition.
How he tests? Yeah. Well, let's look it up.
We're just totally, we're not accusing of anything. We're just speculating here. What could be the cause for this, you know, project's downfall? Yeah. Like, I'm thinking it's either some internal headwinds, SBF smashed them. Yeah. Or the SEC came knocking at their doors like, you guys got to shut this down, dude. Like, this is, you didn't pass this test.
Howey test. First one, it's an investment of money. Number two, in a common enterprise.
AKA the influencers, I guess, the creators, issuers of these tokens, yeah.
Number three, with the expectation of profit.
Okay.
And then the most important one.
Yes.
To be derived from the efforts of others.
Yeah.
So if you're an influencer, and I buy your token,
yes,
you better do some work, because otherwise, why did I buy your token?
Yeah. You mean if I invest my tokens in you?
No, if I buy your token,
I'm the influencer.
You're the influencer. My expectation is you better do work. Because if I'm buying
Tom
I Brady token or Elon token or whatever, they better continuously improve their branding value. But so I can have some value in my token. I mean,
see, that's the thing, because it's I guess how the creator, the issuer of these tokens, I think it's left up to them how they decide to, I guess, create that cohesive alignment. And maybe hopefully it's not as blatant as like, okay guys, I'm a musician.
Yeah.
I'm going to do like a tour this year. I'm probably going to generate about 1.5 million off of this tour schedule. I'll split like 10% with you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
For supporting my social token, and then with that, security. I could bootstrap the funding to buy Torbus, and buy all the proper instruments and hire like a bass guitarist, which is apparently really fucking hard to find in the universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's obvious, but I've seen some use cases to your credits, like buy my token, and then you have access to like membership, like Discord. You have cheaper T-shirts to get. But to me, that's not. I don't know. Yeah, that's not nothing. I mean, that is nothing.
Yeah. So I mean, it's definitely. It's like fuck. That's it. That's all I can be said about this. Like fuck. You know, so unfortunately, social tokens, I guess, are set back for I don't know how long. Maybe this is the end of social tokens. This could just literally be something that just did not work out for Web3.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys are holding Rally tokens, we'd like to hear from you. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Follow us on Twitter at The Block Runner, at MetaZone.io, and at Roby AI, and we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.